Hello everybody, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and welcome to today's video. Before I get to the top 5-out basketball plays, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I have over 4,000 subscribers at the time of making this video. I have 4,038, which is huge. I started doing once a day videos every single day, or at least once a day videos every single day exactly 1 year ago, and I had 2,000 subscribers back then. I now have doubled that. So thank you to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Here it is. Okay, so here we are. We have the 5-out setup, which means basically all 5 players are outside of that 3-point line. And in play number 5, so my 5th favorite play is you're going to pass the ball and you're going to screen away. These are very simple plays. 5-out is meant to be extremely simple. You pass and screen away. If, however, the ball gets to the corner, still passing and screening away. However, if he obviously the only player he can pass to is this guy. So if he's not open, he needs to think really quickly and screen away until there's a player who's open right here. Once that happens, player 5 gets the ball. But who is he going to screen for? Pretend this is a big circle. The next person away from him is player 4. So when it gets to the corner and he passes away, when he cuts towards the baseline, he may be open for, well, obviously cutting towards the basket. So if he's open, hit him up. Get that ball into that key so you can get that easy layup. If not, he will continue across. He will screen for player 4. And 4 will again cut across the baseline, which is also the Russian spot right there. And he may be open for a nice layup. I hope you have enjoyed this play. We're going on to play number 4. Play number 4 is passing and screening for the player you pass for. So he's going to pass the ball. He's going to then screen for player 5. 5 is going to use that screen, and he's going to either pop back out or he's going to roll towards the basket. If he pops back out, that's totally fine. If he rolls towards the basket, player 4 needs to fill in his space, and he needs to get out to that 3-point line once again. If, for example, the ball gets to the corner, the ball is in the corner. If he passes out, then he's still screening for that player, and he's still getting that screen and roll. If now we have the ball in the corner, there are a few different ways to get it out. So we can have player 5 now filling in these spots in 1 and 3 and 2 going out. Now what can happen is player 5 could also screen for player 4 to get the ball out of that corner, because you don't want to keep the ball in the corner for too long, and he will use that screen. Now because there's nobody here, there's 2 options. He could just pop back out, or he could screen across for player 2 who could cut across the baseline, and now we're still in a 5-out. My 3rd favorite 5-out basketball play now is player 1 will pass to player 4 and he will cut towards the rim. This is pass and cut 5-out. Once he cuts, if he's not open, then player 3 needs to fill that spot, 5 needs to fill 3 spot, and 1 needs to fill 5 spot. And it's just as simple as that. He cuts. If he's not open, then everyone fills. If, for example, player 2 now passes and he cuts, well, there's no way of going back out. Well, he could, but there would be very little sense in that. So what he can do as well is, again, screening out for player 4. 4 will then fill in player 2's spot. If he's open, hit him up. If not, then you just keep on running the play. In my 2nd favorite 5-out basketball play, we're going to have players 3 and 2. They're going to go and screen down for the corner players, and those corner players are going to be popping up, and these 2 players can do one of 2 things. They can cut towards the basket and they may be open for a pass, or they'll just pop back out, or they will cross and they will pop back out, and this play will be run again. Another option for them is when these 2 players go down and screen, instead of these players cutting down, they could also go and screen up for player 5, and now he can use one of them as a screen and roll. If that screen and roll is not open for a pass, then 3 will then fill out, 2 will then fill that spot, and 1 will then fill 2's spot. 5 will pass back up to the top and run the play all over again. In my favorite 5-out basketball play, Now, this may not be other people's favorite 5-out play, but this is definitely mine. I like back screens. Back screens are very useful against a man-to-man defense. So how we're going to have this offense is we're going to have player 1. He's going to screen up to player 2, and 4 is going to screen up to player 5. Now, these two players will now cut towards the rim. If they're open, hit them up for a pass. They may be having an open, nice, easy layup. Now, these two players will now continue up and screen for player 3. These two players need to go out wide. They could cross, so they could cross, or they can just pop back out to the 3-point line, and 3 will use one of those two players as a screen and roll, and now we have player 3 having the ability to pass to player 4 or to player 5, or he could pass to player 4, and that could result in a hammer pass along the baseline to player 2 for the 3-point shot. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys next time.